Hi, I'm Dr. David Rowe from Rowe Chiropractic Offices, and continuing our conversation about vertigo and neck pain, I'm here with Eva, and she's been gracious enough to share her experience with getting her health back through chiropractic care. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you doing this with us. So the first thing is, before you saw chiropractic care, what were the symptoms? What were you feeling like? What was the health challenge that you were going through?
I had vertigo and neck pain.
Vertigo and neck pain. And then you were in college at the time. Mm-hmm. And how long did it go on before you found the chiropractor?
About 3 months.
And for a young person to have a symptom for 3 months, can be pretty distressing. Like, we're young, mm-hmm. we're vital, we're not expecting that to happen. So who originally diagnosed the vertigo?
A primary care doctor.
Okay.
But then I went to a biophysical chiropractor.
Got it.
For treatment.
And how did you, that's really interesting, how did you find out, like, how did you make the connection that maybe I could find this chiropractor to help me with this? Who told you about that?
My own research.
Fantastic, I love it. My own research. Okay, so then you found this rare doctor that does chiropractic biophysics. Maybe there's about 500 of them in the world, mm-hmm. and in your college town, there's one, fantastic, and you start to see this practitioner, and through his care, what symptoms improved?
Neck pain remained, but then vertigo went away a little bit.
Went away a little bit. Okay, so there was still some of the vertigo. And was the vertigo something that was like constant, or did it kind of ebb and flow? Like you had good days and bad days?
It ebbed and flowed.
It ebbed and flowed. But it was, would you say life-changing? Like it was enough of a problem that it was affecting?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Yeah. And so when you got this great care, your body started to respond. And how long were you under care?
About 1.5 years.
Okay, now that's it. That suggests a real problem in terms of the background. Now, later we'll share with our viewers about what actually is going on and like why there was such a problem in terms of objectively, but just symptomatically, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. So then you graduate from school, yay, mm-hmm. and you come to New York to start to work. And then how did you find us?
Also my own research on Google.
You're good at that research in Google, yeah. Okay, so right, because we do chiropractic mm-hmm. biophysics is one of our techniques, so you found us through that search.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic, great, okay. So then when you began care with us, there was neck pain, there were some headaches, and the vertigo was mostly gone?
It was mostly gone.
Did it occasionally come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. So we begin the care with us, and if you could describe the care that you received with us, like what are the different components? I'm always interested to see like how a patient views what we're actually doing. Like what were the main approaches that we were taking to help you with your spinal correction?
First one's postural, like the posture screen was really helpful.
Okay.
And then you guys also do 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, which my previous doctor did not do.
And so that's just the adjusting style,
mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's a very specific way that we move the disc, mm-hmm. great. And when you say postural, you mean like the therapeutic exercises?
Yeah, but also like the very specific posture screen.
So the way that we evaluate, so we take these photographic studies
yeah.
to see, so we can get, besides the x-rays,
mm-hmm.
the x-rays are incredibly helpful, but we use the photographic study to give us even more information about the posture. Super. Had you been given therapeutic exercises in the old, I'm probably supposed to know this, but in the other office, had you been doing therapeutic exercises?
I was, but like it wasn't done in a super systematic way that you guys do here.
Yeah, so we have a big focus on that because we're really trying to get patients to reintegrate their movement patterns to help the posture. Great. So we were doing this. You were doing traction in the other office, mm-hmm. and you were getting posture adjustments. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So then you come into our office. We're doing the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 adjustment. We're doing a little bit more focus on the therapeutic exercise, also working through the traction. Mm-hmm. Great. And would you say, like describing like, as you healed, as you did better, was it just like a straight line, or was there like, you went through ebbs and flows with this?
Ebbs and flows, for sure.
And how long did it take? So here you're under care with this other great doctor for 1.5 years. How long do you think it took under care here in terms of till you really got a handle on the symptoms?
Probably like 8 months.
8 months?
8 months?
Yeah. So say like, boy, this must be a serious problem for a young, vital person to be challenged with this kind of a thing. Now we know, because we've spent so much time working together, that the reversal of the neck curve was the major factor, and that and we've taken x-rays. Basically, we do a 36-visit care plan. That's basically research driven. And every 10 or 12 visits, we take a photographic study, we take the posture screen. We're trying to use this to evaluate how you're improving. From the patient standpoint, when we look at the x-rays together, describe like, what kind of changes have we gotten? This is 8 months of care together. I mean, has it changed?
Yeah, for sure. So another symptom I started getting was migraines, and also just like really severe like neck pain, neck and shoulder pain. That has gotten a lot better. Like, I have a very intense job, and I can do it without feeling like I'm gonna die from the pain.
Which is great.
Which is great. I mean, it ebbs and flows, like I said, but like overall, it's great.
And you think like, as the ebb, is it getting longer in between these cycles? Yeah. And when you get it, somehow we found like a solution to get you out of it pretty rapidly, right? Which is awesome, super. And in terms of objectively, in terms of like changes in the X-ray, just from the patient standpoint, do you think that like, boy, like that's changing rapidly, or boy, that's really, you got to work at that to get that to correct?
I think everyone's different, but for me, it's more the latter, as you know, right?
Yeah, and to just be transparent, because I think sometimes when patients go on this journey, they're looking at a spinal problem, and depending on how serious it is and how severe the problem is, it's like, wow, you know, I thought I went to a chiropractor and got 3 adjustments and I was going to feel better. What we're talking about is actually correcting the problem so the nerve system can heal, so your body can start to function normally. You're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
This will be really helpful to a lot of people. Thank you so much.